wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Dalitha. I'm Travis. It's the start of your weekend if you're watching us right now, or whatever. It's also Smackdown. Did you see the Bloodline was going through the metal detectors?
He took his mask off already.
Yeah, they went through the metal detectors. Jacob Fatu just beat up security.
I think I may die.
He didn't even care about security at all.
Yeah?
Full of yourself. I'm just kidding.
Well, I already know I'm hideous. My temperature is hot. Cool. Alright, we got people in the chat. The Bloodline people, not Bloodline, the fake Bloodline, came through and got arrested. And then beat up the security and police officers. And then they're like trying to say that Roman Reigns isn't a tribal chief, but he is the only tribal chief. So I'm not sure where they got this other crap. And now we're starting with Andrade. I guess he got a really cool new entrance. I guess he needed it. They're like, hey, we're going to do a really cool entrance for you now. Okay, that sounds great.
Now that you put away the garbage from last week,
Whatever.
Do you think the garbage is going to attack him again, and then they're going to wrestle a bad blood because their blood's so
I'm
bad?
sure. It's going to be horrible, and I hate everything about it. We got Walter in the chat with us. Hey, Walter. Hey, Walter. We got Sophie with us. Janelle is with us. Chris is out there, and that's it. We probably won't see Piccolo tonight. He has family coming in, so we might not see him. And Ravi's probably dead, so there you go. Everybody's here accounted for.
Like from out of the country? Like his mom's sister?
I don't know. He didn't say what family was coming in. He just said he had family coming in. I didn't get that much into it, nor did I DM him to see who exactly, because I don't like to pry in people's personal lives.
Andrade finally getting his shot. Look at that.
Ew, they're just like besties now. At the end of this, they better still be best friends.
Oh, there's no friends.
Whatever, that just showed friendship.
There's no friends.
Walter said hi to us. Smackdown, good matches. So no movie night. I'm watching Smackdown. Okay, at 9 I'm going. Be here Monday for Raw, 8 p.m. Still in chat. Sophie says, did you hear? A Smackdown and Raw will both be 3 hours starting in January.
I did not hear. That's terrible. Starting in January.
Oh, awesome. So that means we're going to take a hiatus from doing any wrestling shows for 12 years. Great. Not only are they going to screw up my Monday nights of shit, now I'm going to have to deal with shit on a Friday night. Congratulations on making my Friday nights
It'd be
even
different
worse.
if they moved the day, but...
Fuck, assholes. They're like, nobody ever does anything on Friday nights. We just have so much to do. You know, if that's real, fuck them. And whoever's telling them that's a good idea, fuck them too. Anyways, but now Sophie says, but SmackDown being 3 hours is supposed to be temporary from like January to June, then it goes back to 2. Most of the NXT stuff will be getting pulled from Peacock, but they didn't say if that meant old school NXT stuff. Janelle said hi. Sophie also says the Lucha Bros are coming to the WWE. The WWE are already working on merch for them. When they debut on the main roster will be interesting.
I'm looking forward to it as long as they stay together.
And as long as he doesn't have some weird elbow issue, we're fine. Because that was gross. Chris says, what up, guys? Tonight might be the last home start for Verlander as my Stros face the Angels. And Sophie says, Miro asked for his release from AEW. I wonder where he's going to go and what he's going to do.
Miro?
Yeah. Is it going to be Rusev? Is he going to be back?
Rusev Day. Bring
Will
back
all
Aiden
our
English.
dreams come true? Anyway, Sophie's like, what's taking Wrestling Cab so long to come on so D could roast us? Sophie also says, congrats to the Yankees for clinching a spot in the playoffs this week. Boo. Boo. Ugh, Yankees. Blech. Anyways, Chris says, people so stupid on Twitter. They keep comparing Verlander and Ryan. Like, statistically, yes. Verlander is better because 2 Cy Youngs and 2 World Series rings, whereas Ryan has 2 no-hits with Houston and all-time K. So in the end, their greatness balances each other out. But yes, Verlander is most accomplished Astro pitcher is all I'm saying. But I love Ryan. LOL. I have an auto ball of his 324 wins. So what you're saying is you're biased. Chris says, my B-day tomorrow, but celebrated yesterday and tonight with you guys. About to have some cheesecake. What kind of cheesecake? Regular cheesecake, caramel cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake, chocolate cheesecake, loud laughing cheesecake.
It's at the Trump rally. I guess she did the portal.
Oh, yeah. That's probably why it got shut down.
Oh, it's not there anymore.
I think they disconnected it. Like after so long, they're like, absolutely not. That's a no, people. Absolutely no. Chris says I did also get some new cowboy work boots as the county fair started for us here in Texas tonight. God damn, your guys' county fair is that late? That's pretty cool though. That's awesome, Chris. Well, happy fucking birthday. I hope you have an awesome day tomorrow. I'm glad you're celebrating early. Do you have to work? Is that why you are celebrating early? Sophie says, for some reason, the USA Network likes 3-hour wrestling. I hate them. I hate them all. Chris says, but my Stros could clinch the division by Sunday if Mariners lose 3 games. And Sophie says, so starting in January, we have 6 hours of WWE TV. And when there is a pay-per-view, we will have like 9 hours of WWE stuff.
Yeah, or more.
Well, you have to count NXT as well because that's WWE stuff too. So not that you don't have just 6, you have 8 for the whole fucking
I wonder if they're
week.
going 4 hours.
Ooh, they should. They should just do, you know what? They should just make it a whole day event. Why don't they just use every single wrestler that they've ever had in their entire lives and hire more that are really bad, but we'll hire them anyways. And let's see, Chris says, I had all the cheesecakes. Had the sampler. Ooh, the sampler. Those are good. Cheesecake samplers are good because you get like turtle and like triple chocolate and then like strawberry and plain. Because like, yep, work at 5 a.m. Ooh, the early shift. That means you have to go to bed early. It's a good thing it's still only a 2-hour show tonight. Well,
big right hand.
He's
right
almost
there.
close to home. They're in Sacramento, California, but he could have been a little bit further south and been in Los Angeles for LA night.
A little. It's quite a ways.
It's only like 3 hours.
From Sacramento to LA?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's not? It's 6?
I don't know. But it's got to be further than that because Sacramento's way up there. It's like by Reno.
It's not that far from. It
LA's at
can't
the
be.
bottom.
It can't be. It can't be that much further than 3 hours away. I'm saying traffic would have to be perfect. I mean, there's no way it would be like. I'm not talking like, oh, you're in traffic for. I'm talking a straight shot of no traffic.
Danny DeVito got in shape.
Sure. He was wearing a green suit to do that.
Oh no.
Anyways, let's see.
He didn't like how he was treated on Twins, so he went out and just got in shape.
Just stole his body instead. Just stole it. AI'd his head on somebody else. Oh no! So, I feel like these guys are more evenly matched than putting him with that other weirdo.
Oh yeah, Carmelo.
Yeah, like I feel like this is a better like matchup for each of them and their like abilities. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like in their move sets, I guess. I'm not looking at size. I'm just talking about their move sets and stuff. All right, so Sophie says the 3-hour SmackDown is just a rumor right now, but I could see it being true, and a lot of YouTubers have mixed feelings about it. I look at it like there are people who are wrestling fans who have shit they do on Friday nights, and that doesn't mean that you want to just fucking watch fucking wrestling for 3 hours. I mean, and they have to take into account, do they really want to like have that lull of an hour in the third hour? Because I bet you anything, the second hour of SmackDown is lull now, just because it's a Friday night, and especially on the East Coast. Because that's prime time for people to go out to dinner, go do stuff. I mean, you know, you're doing things, right?
11 o'clock is when you'd leave your house.
Well, that's what I mean. If it was 3 hours, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, are they fucking retarded? Like, what, who, I mean, like, what is their demographic that they're trying to reach with the 3 hour shit? That's what I want to know. I'm like, what demographic are they trying to reach with 3 hour?
I love double E.
Chris says also at Target found Hulk Hogan Legends figure. It was only $6 at they are ton on clearance, 70% off. If Hogan with it was Hogan with his guitar of his band. That's cool.
That's awesome.
Sophie says with Raw and Netflix they can mess with how long they are on. Do you think with Raw moving to Netflix they do like a big red carpet thing like they did when SmackDown went to Fox?
Yeah, probably.
I'm sure they're going to have big premiere stuff for each of them. Why wouldn't they? Right? And they're going to do it for NXT as well, right? Because they're going to a new network. So they're going to make it a big deal with all of them.
Yeah, it was WrestleVotes that reported it. That's going to be 3 hours.
Who reported it?
I was showing you, but you wouldn't watch.
It's because I was reading.
WrestleVotes.
Who is that?
I don't know. A site.
I don't care who that is. Like, are they legitimate? Are they part of WWE? Are they Triple H? Are they the CEO people of wherever fucking company owns all of their asses now?
No.
Excite or whatever the fuck it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need me to scratch you on your chin? I'm gonna scratch the chin. I'm gonna scratch the chin. I'm so scratch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Meow. Meow. Da-da-da-da. Chris says the INCEL demographic. What is that? Incel? I don't know what that is, Chris. Is that a special wording for people of certain demographic? We're in picture, by the way, on SmackDown. We're still watching that Andrade LA Knight match. It is for the United States title, by the way, just if anybody really cares.
It is. I don't know if we're going to get a new champion
yet
tonight. It makes no sense if
I
we
feel
did.
like he should fight him a little bit more than just once.
As long as that piece of shit stays out of this match.
Let's put it this way. If the one guy can be beat by the other retard, then I feel like he has no chance of winning this right now. He better work harder at not being weird. Has anybody seen the movie Trap? Probably not because people is not here. I'm not talking about you. We watched it, yes. Sophie says we knew once SmackDown went to the USA Network, the possibility of SmackDown being 3 hours. Not necessarily, Sophie.
Right. It would make sense, though, because they're losing a 3-hour show. They're going to want one back.
I don't know about that on a Friday night. I feel like even USA would have to be like, not Friday nights, guys. Not Friday nights. We're not doing 3 hours on Friday nights. That's why I want to know what they're fucking... What demographic are they pushing this that they think they're going to get enough views to make it worth their fucking while?
Are a bunch of nerds that don't go out and have fun.
Well, I'm not doing it. If it literally changes to 3 hours on a Friday night, I will fucking leave at 8 o'clock. You can kiss my asshole. Goodbye. Out the fucking door.
Just kissing it?
Yeah, literally. My little pinkish brown starfish. You can all just kiss it.
You gonna bleach it?
Nope.
No bleach?
Nope. No bleach. All natural. Walter says, good SmackDown, more matches. We haven't even had this match yet, Walter. It's still on unless it's over for you. We could be behind 10 minutes. Who knows?
Who knows?
Sophie says, I guess the USA Network don't have a show at 10 p.m. on Friday or Monday night. They don't have shows at all, Sophie. They just play... They don't even have original shit anymore.
Do they have anything on there?
They don't have original shit anymore. They used to have original shows.
Like
now
Monk?
They have nothing.
Yeah, none of those networks are ever going to do any shows again. They cost too much to produce.
Yeah, why? They should not even have networks. They should just get rid of them.
Why are you so strange?
I think it's just a waste of time and effort and money for everybody.
Just throw somebody at something and do something.
It's all scripted. They still have to write shit. They still have to pay writers to make that crap. It doesn't have to be good by any means, but they still have to pay people to do it. Oh, no, they script that shit. Don't even try. They script reality shows.
Why would you want to script it when you can just have reality shows?
You can't. They script them. Right. Every reality show ever made has been scripted. Maybe not in the very, very beginning, but they probably found out real quick why you can't have scripts. And I'm talking about scripts as in, we're going to put you in this situation. You have to act like this.
Well, you have to have some idea what the hell's going on.
It's a reality show. Absolutely not.
That's it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no, Andrade thought he had it. He was so excited, and then he laughed. And
no, what I'm talking about is like Lost or Afraid or those ones where they just drop you off.
Those are even scripted.
They
literally are all scripted.
They have to set up their own cameras and shit.
They are still scripted.
I'm just saying. I guess I don't understand what your idea of a script is. Like an outline? Like, you can't be at a Hotel 6. You have to be out in the woods.
Yeah, like, they make sure that they're scripted. Like,
is that a script?
Yeah, like, you would consider that scripted. It's not just whatever. It's scripted. All that reality shit is. It's a big fat lie.
I feel like that's rules.
It's not really reality. It's fakeness.
I feel like it's more rules than reality.
They're literally just lying to people. That's not reality.
Let's do a reality show. I'll do one.
We're doing a reality show right fucking now.
It's true.
This is not fucking scripted. Their chats are scripted because they write them.
Don't read ideas. That's scripted. Uh-oh. LA Knight can't get him up. He doesn't have the strength. Oh, I got it.
He's like, I got you like a sack of taters.
Power slam.
And I'm going to throw you on the ground because I'm angry. My nostrils are flaring.
Yeah. LA Knight. Oh! Drop the elbow.
Not as pretty as Kairi Sane's, but it's a pretty good elbow drop.
Yeah, nowhere near as pretty.
Sophie says the WWE Peacock deal ends on February 26th. Chris says also had a good Mexican lunch today. Had a strawberry daiquiri. God damn, it was just those enchiladas down good.
The Judas effect. 1, 2, and 3. Oh no!
Ooh, he thought
I thought he had it with the Judas effect.
Damn it. You can't use other people's shit to win things. You gotta use your original crap. Is the strawberry daiquiri, does it have alcohol in it, or was it a non-alcoholic beverage? I had Mexican food today as well.
Cool. What kind?
I had carnitas tacos today.
Does that mean meat?
Carnitas is pork. It's fried pork. Oh. I had street tacos, like literally just real Mexican food. And an enchilada, or not an enchilada, but a quesadilla, which I'm pretty sure is Americanized stuff, but I don't know.
He couldn't do it. He screwed up twice.
He whoa!
Nobody was home!
Was he supposed to be there for that one? No. I'm not sure what's happening. No.
Oh, God. That's it. It's over. Gotta do 1,000. 1,000. Fuck. LA Knight's like, God damn it. He tried to jump up on the top rope twice and couldn't get up there.
Oh, shit. He's probably tired. He did it with his elbow drop over there, but couldn't do it again.
Yeah, not even close. He fell twice.
Oh, shit.
Twice. And then it was like, okay, let's do something else.
Poor Andrade.
The second time, not so much.
Right. Chris says it's funny because Sunday is first day of fall. Yeah, it is. Gross.
See if they show it here. Oh, no. They're like, no. Don't show us fuck up.
Don't show that he messed up a couple times. It's fine. Words is in the chat. Hey, Words. Good to see you tonight. So, sup, guys? Sup. Sophie says at least Raw will be for 2 hours for 2 months to close out their USA Network run.
Oh, it's not going to be fantastic.
Yes, it's going to be glorious.
It's going to just feel like a good show.
Chris says, yeah, reality shows definitely are scripts. They tell them how to act. The only reality is how the person reacts to what they tell them to do. Word says, love that scarf hanging on the Money in the Bank suitcase.
Yeah.
Sophie says, not all shows are scripted. Not all reality shows are scripted. Well, let's put it this way. I'm going to say probably 95% of them are. That's a very small percentage of them that maybe aren't. Chris says,
what
yes,
about the one with the, like, the
rum in it.
tramp or
It
whatever?
has Bacardi
The
rum in
girl
it.
that sleeps with all the dudes?
What the fuck
Is
are
that
you talking
scripted?
about?
I can't remember what it's called.
It's a reality show?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
you
a
better give
girl-
more context than that because that sounds like a porn.
Well, it's probably what it is. So it's on ABC, NBC, CBS. It's on one of those.
Okay.
And it's about a girl that dates a bunch of dudes.
Are you talking about The Bachelorette?
Yeah.
That's fucking totally scripted, and she does not sleep with them. Like, and if they do, it might be the last couple that she picks, and then she gives roses to them. Are you saying that if she gives a rose to him, she fucks them?
I don't know what she does. I don't watch that.
So are you telling me the guy does the same thing because there's called The Bachelor, and it's a dude with a whole bunch of ladies?
Well,
does
yeah,
he
of
just
course
fuck all
he
them
does.
too?
Well, of course.
And every single one of those are just whores?
Maybe. I don't know.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You know,
No
some
idea.
people do have integrity. You know, it's not about that. It's about
Integrity.
finding love.
Integrity weed.
That's right.
Hey, there's
Good
Tiffany.
God, Travis, get it together.
Does
She
Tiffany
hit her
have-
kind of hard. Jesus
Does she
Christ,
have
is she
nice-
even wearing a outfit?
Does she have nice integrity? Tiffany going to Raw.
Sounds like it. Why do they hate her so much?
It would just be better over there.
If she was over there without any help and not
Well, she
having
has the
a...
briefcase.
I know, but she wouldn't have her little stuff with Naya.
That's fine.
They're-
But she would be champion pretty quick because there's no champion over there on Raw, and they need a champion.
They do?
ASAP. Yeah, they don't have shit for champion.
They don't have a champion right now?
No,
Oh.
that's vacated.
Oh, yeah, that damn whore has it.
Integrity.
That one's definitely
Hey, look, it's a
whore.
commercial for Saturday Night Main Event. December 14th. That's not even late.
It's at 6. It's at the same time as everything else during the week.
What the fuck is wrong with people? The shit's supposed to be on during Saturday Night Live. It's supposed to start at like 11 o'clock our time. Like 1 o'clock in the morning our time.
Why would they do that? Nobody would watch it. That's why I'm asking, what demographic are they trying to go for? Old people or really young people?
20 plus, or no, 30 plus million people watched Andre and Hogan on Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah, but who do they have that's even equivalent to those that anybody would stay up until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning to fucking watch on their fucking TV? Who? Who the fuck?
Bronson Reed?
Oh,
Sami
fuck that
Zayn?
shit. I would never stay up for any of those dumb
Sami
shits.
Zayn?
No, one of these motherfuckers would I stay up and be like, oh my God, I can't wait to see that person.
Carmelo Hayes?
Maybe the only one I'd be like so excited, and that's only if there were really important things happen, would be Jade Cargill. That might be the only one that might get me to stay up late to watch
The only one
her
that
wrestle. But it better be somebody fucking worth the effort to stay up that late, or it's a waste of time.
Right.
Not only for her, but for me and every other fucking person who's watching wrestling.
I was thinking it would have to be like a Brock Lesnar return against somebody. And he won the title. Got back on top.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be nice. Could definitely use it in WWE.
Maybe. So it says, no news what the WWE going to do after their Peacock Dylans. Huh? Kind of don't really care. So he's like, that was an awesome match with what I saw. I kept getting distracted by my roommate who kept asking to take her pictures. Yeah, take the pictures. It was pretty good. I mean, they were pretty evenly matched, but there was some issues at the end. LA Knight couldn't keep up. He was kind of tired.
Rely on you. Have really good music on the internet now, or on TV now.
Well, they're talking about pasta. Does that make you excited too? I'm like, pasta.
All I really care about is the...
You're like, all you can eat pasta.
Music.
Chris says WWE 2K24 DLC is great, playing as Jade Cargill and Kairi Sane. Cool. Chris says Tiffany wearing Mariah May gear. Sophie also says the real world wasn't scripted. I was talking about nowadays reality shows within the last, 12 years, 15 years. You got to remember that the real world was the first reality show that they ever really had. And at first, those first few seasons of that definitely wasn't fucking scripted. No way was it. And they probably realized they needed to start scripting it a little bit because they acted like fools. Fools. And they want them to act like fools, but not quite like that.
It was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure that put the precedence of reality shows of what they had to do to make sure shit like that didn't happen.
I didn't do it, but you don't know how close I was to signing up and doing it.
Oh, I bet. I would not imagine.
Fuck, I gotta do that. I just wanted to be older. Because I was junior
There were
high.
so many people. Oh, you were junior.
And then high school, and then it was like, okay, here we go.
And by then it was dumb.
Yeah, it was...
Then it kind of became, really odd.
Yeah.
It was okay, but it was, kind of on that verge of stupidness. Mm-hmm. And so you're like, oh, man, lame. This used to be so cool. And then
it's like, hey, I'm going to live with a bunch of girls that are going to not be as pretty as the ones from the earlier season.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go to the bar all the time, and they're going to be all mad at me.
Chris says yes. Travis is talking about Jersey Shore, Big Brother, or The Bachelor.
I've never seen
Sophie
Jersey
says,
Shore.
oh, yeah, this tag match got turned into a tornado tag team match. Oh, God, I hate this guy. I hate him so badly.
Again. No, stop. Can't this dude wrestle somebody else?
I don't know, but in reality, I kind of wish that he was really fucking beating him up. I really wish that Andrade was just really, just sick of him hates him so much. He has, a deep-seated hate for him that it's just coming out, and he's, really, really hitting him hard. Really beating the fuck out of him.
You're projecting.
But he's not. But I was hoping it was happening. But I know it's not. It'll never happen. They're all buddies. Get down on their knees for each other in the back. I get it.
Look, it's a soccer football.
Yeah. Weirdos.
The Mega Powers are back! Cody, Roman.
Were they gone?
Yeah, it was Hogan and Randy Savage.
Oh.
The real Mega Powers. They kind of redid something with it with the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan.
Chris says, Travis saying, of course he fucks all of them. Tiffany and Liv feud will be money. Chris says, which Dom whore, Liv or Roxy? Can't tell. D hates both of them. So it was like a 3-hour SmackDown with this roster will be interesting. Oh no, Sophie, you will not see more wrestling, by the way. Sophie, don't worry. You will not see more wrestling. Just so you're aware, that extra hour that they include in there will not have more wrestling. Why? Because it'll be just like Raw. It'll be the same amount of matches, just over a longer time frame. Which is dumb as shit and boring as hell. I don't understand. They're like, no, we want people to stay interested. And it's like, if you wanted people to stay interested, why didn't you entertain the masses? No, we don't know how to do that. Okay. It's awesome. So great. Sophie's like, Saturday night's main event will both be on NBC and Peacock. And Chris says, well, actually, D calls Roxy dumb cunt. And I guess Liv is the whore. Help us, D. And the Miz D would want to stay up and watch win the title. He'll never be in a title reign again, Chris. It would have to be a spectacular, it would just have to be so, thought out and well developed for it to be something to want to watch for me. That I have no cares about it. Once I leave, I do not talk about this. Once I'm gone from this room, I do not have meaningful conversations with people out there in the world, or even Travis, about wrestling.
You will now, because Cody and Roman are meeting at the 50-yard line at Georgia Tech University.
Yeah, I don't care.
Cody's home.
I do not care.
Roman's home.
I don't care anything about
alma mater.
it. Absolutely nothing. So it's like Saturday night's main event will happen like every 4 or 5 months. The SmackDown roster has a lot less talent than Raw to carry a 3-hour show. Killer Cyber Slayer. Hey, Killer is in the chat saying hello. Sylvie says, I watch Big Brother. Killer says in 25, WWE will my era wow.
Yeah, exactly.
And Sylvie says, I meant the Nia, Tiffany, Bayley, Naomi tag got turned into a tornado tag team match. So it was like, I don't get the point of why they're making SmackDown a 3-hour show. Imagine if AEW Dynamite gets turned into a 3-hour show. Well, we know we'd quit immediately. Immediately, no. So it was like there is talk of women getting mid-card championships across both shows. Killer says SmackDown is going boring when it becomes 3 hours. It'll just be the same as Raw. I don't know why everybody thinks it's going to be different. Like, what in all reality do you think that they will do different than what they already do on Raw? Like, what would be different? You can count. They literally have the same
the same thing.
The same amount
nothing's
of
changing.
Not only do they have the same amount of matches on SmackDown as they do on Raw, and Raw's a fucking 3-hour show. It's dumb as fuck and a waste of time. They're like, no, we're building stories. This is the best part. There's a certain point where your stories are dumb. It's like all of a sudden, like we have what's his face out here. They smoked 4 packs yesterday, and now he's like, I'm out here talking like this because I'm a Western cowboy back from the 1900s.
Yeah.
It's like, what's his face?
They took my wise man.
Who was it? Who was the other guy that did that the other day?
Punk?
Yeah, it was him. What the fuck is this? Is this like dumbass Triple H being like, we need to have more cinematic feelings and everything, people. We're going to Netflix.
I need you to talk.
You just need to like have more
like
feeling.
Super serious.
We need to talk like Batman.
Have you ever watched the wrestlers in the 80s do a promo? That's what I need you to do moving forward. And not only that, but I need you to do it like the wrestlers in the early 90s too. I want you to dig deep. I want you to talk like it's all important.
So it's like, wow, he mentioned the Bloodline turning on Jimmy and Paul Heyman, but no mention of Jay. That's because Jay had left. What's he going to raise him in the others? Ew. Ew. Nobody likes him, though. He's not a tribal chief. He's just garbage. He's like this weird stand-in that's not as good as the original, and you're just like, eh. Why are you here? Chris says, if Yokozuna was still alive, they all know, Roman knows, and Rock knows that he would still be the actual tribal chief. Even though he wouldn't wrestle, he'd just be like the godfather leader of Bloodline.
That's funny.
That Yokozuna would be the tribal chief?
No one can still be alive in their freaking 70s or 80s when they weigh 800 pounds. But yes. Yokozuna's the greatest ever.
They could have put him on a diet. It would have been okay.
Hogan beat him, but still.
Killer says in 25, WWE will be the TVMA era. You think? You think that's what's going to happen? I don't think so.
No.
SmackDown's going to USA, and NXT is going to CW. I'm pretty sure they're going to censor themselves heavily on those places.
I still think Raw's going to be.
Netflix, I think that it's going to be just exactly what it is now, because they're pandering to your to kids, like children. And if you're a child in my chat room, they're pandering to you because they don't want to show violence. Not the violence.
It's more sex.
We try to tell you it's not real, but they can't do that anymore. They're like, no, don't try this at home, kids. Now they're like, it's all real. We totally do this on a daily basis. We just wrestle each other and have a good time.
Did they not want to put wrestling on tonight?
No.
Thanks, Roman. I'm glad that you talked to Cody at midfield.
For whatever reasons, in your stupid mouth hole.
Uh-oh. Cody cut him off.
Why are you guys making weird
Are they gonna,
mouth stuff?
Are they gonna cuddle?
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to kiss? I don't know what the fuck is happening.
You're in my way in life.
Ooh, he's like, I got the last word in, bitches. I'm so cool. I left him out there by himself, and I said something so cool. Good God.
Why are they acting like Roman was some hotshot football prospect that was NFL bound or something?
I have no idea, but I hate everything about what happens on this anymore.
Oh, there's
I'm
Kevin.
just so disgusted by it. I can't even stand watching it half the time. Oh, great, this guy. Why don't you stick a mic in his face? I feel like that's a perfect response. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much.
Thanks for speeding that up.
He's like, Saxon, your question's not worth my time. Go away. Just go away. Sophie's like, I don't believe SmackDown going to 3 hours until the WWE officially announced it themselves. Rikishi tweeted something weird this week saying pray for Jimmy Uso and nobody knew what he's talking about. I don't know. Maybe he's got an issue. He is an alcoholic.
Well, not only that, but his wife's back.
Ugh, God. Every time she's back, he's gone. And every time he's back, she's gone. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, why is this a thing?
She's what they call an energy vampire.
Probably, basically. Like, I have no respect for her at all. Like, I used to like her when I first started watching this crap. But after that whole shit with that other fucking dumbass quitter, like, I seriously am like, I have no respect for you, bitch. Absolutely none. I don't care where you fucking went or what you fucking did. You're a fucking quitter. You quit on your team. You quit on everybody else. You're a fucking dumbass bitch for just following somebody out the door. Goddamn sheep. Like, make up your own goddamn mind. Think for yourself for once. Yeah, it really didn't get you very far.
Old Kathy Bates.
They're like, Matlock is a new series. We've never had that before. Used to be this old man named Matlock.
But now it's an old woman.
But now it's an old woman named Kathy Bates. Likes to break people's ankles with sledgehammers.
Yeah, she gets it done the old-fashioned way. Brute force.
Chris says, I wish they would have Rikishi in this storyline, but he just is on Twitter crying about Jey Uso not being pushed. Like, F off, man. With all due respect, Rikishi, we don't want Jey as champion.
No, he doesn't deserve it. He's a tag team wrestler for 14 years. Now they're like, oh, let's do wrestling.
Well, he's trying to make it himself as somebody else without his brother. Good luck, buddy. Nobody can think about Jey without Jimmy, so whatever, bud. You go on, my friend. Killer's like, kids don't really watch Netflix like that. Raw is going to be uncensored on Netflix.
So you think there's going to be boobs?
Well, Killer, I don't.
That's my only question. That's what it all boils down to.
It really does. Nudity.
That's what they did to beat WCW in the 90s. Is they showed boobs.
And the only way they're going to bring enough people to want to pay for Netflix to watch it, because the lowest thing of Netflix...
Tier, yeah.
The lowest tier of Netflix, I'm pretty sure at this point, is like $17 a month. it's like, in this economy, like, do you know I could probably buy a couple cartons of eggs and some bread with that shit? There ain't no fucking way I'm spending that much money on fucking shit like Netflix. And they have nothing else to watch. Why the fuck would you even want it?
Pretty sure no wrestling fan has ever uttered the word you just said. In this economy, I could buy eggs and bread with that.
It's true, though. It's just the truth. They're too big for their britches. They're asking people to pay way too much for something that's not worth the effort. Maybe 3 hours, if you're really going to say it's going to be 3 hours. 3 hours a week to pay that much money for? Fuck that.
It says Netflix cheapest plan is $7.
Is how much?
7.
Oh, is that? Okay.
That's what I just got off the internet.
Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Is that with ads and everything? Like, what does it entail, though? What does it include?
I'm trying to read it. And I'll look.
Well, those are my questions. Now you can look for the answers.
Netflix also offers standard and premium plans, which cost $15 and $23 per month, respectively. Standard, which is a full HD and download. You can download movies on 2 devices at once and has to be added an extra membership for $7.99 a month. Yeah, I think you just add on top. So it's like your Netflix is $7. Then if you want HD, it's another $7, and then if you want Ultra HD, it's another $7. This fucking guy. How's he still on my TV?
He's going up against Apollo Crews. It's even more amazing.
Again, Crews beat him in like 20 seconds last time.
So this is another Andrade other dude thing. Good God.
Do you remember when that one broad like pinned Natalya in a record time and then she got released?
Yeah.
Remember her? What was her name? Aaliyah?
Something like that. Yeah, she beat her in like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
or
she's
3
the
seconds.
fastest win ever. Which put Natty in the record book again. As the fastest loss ever.
I feel like that was the fastest one now. It's like, great debut. Great debut. Eh. He's like, I'm not going to come out in pants and stuff. This time I'm going to come out ready. He's like, that's going to help you.
Uh-oh, this match has already lasted longer. Hopefully Apollo beats him now. Hurry, Apollo. Come on, Apollo. Get it done. This guy doesn't deserve to be in a ring. Look at his legs. They're so little.
He's the type of guy that skips leg day. They're hard to make muscles on. I'm just going to work on my upper body.
Oh, shit. Chops to the throat.
Sophie says this is supposed to get them together before their tag match in a couple weeks, and I thought that was a pretty cool way to do it. Oh. Chris says, no, they think Braun Breaker was actually LeBron Breaker as well. It's annoying. Sophie says John Cena has a list of final opponents for his retirement tour, and Logan Paul is on it. Good. Chris says, yeah, it's sad. I remember when Dee liked Naomi, quit her, and after that stunt, yep, I remember you losing respect for her. I totally do. Like, I think it's disgusting. Like, it's gross. Like, it's just gross to me. Especially being champions. How gross. Like, absolutely putrid. Putrid. Sophie says we still don't know the true story of that fateful day when the 2 quitters actually left. With Raw going to Netflix, they might lose a lot of kid WWE fans. Can you imagine? Those kids are like, Mom and Dad, I really want to get Netflix so we can watch wrestling. The parents
Apollo did it again!
We can't win that.
This time he did it deeper into the fight.
Oh, that's why his problem is he's a goddamn ginger.
He just needs to be fired.
He's got freckles and red hair. He has no soul. That's what's wrong with him. Now we know. Oh, God, he's going to come after you. He's going to beat you from behind because he's a dirty, stinky whatever. Mm-hmm. Loser pants. Coward.
Just a loser.
Is Baron Corbin going to come down and help Apollo? We haven't seen him. They were together for a minute. They were like besties and like we're going to get championships and shit.
Oh, Brainbuster.
Chris says if Netflix is uncensored, they better sign Mina Shirakawa and Tiffany Time being sexy. Sophie says we don't know how commercials will work when Raw hits Netflix. Well, they're going to have it as a live show, so they're going to have commercials. It'll just be like other stuff.
It's going to be exactly the same.
It'll be like it's on TV, regular TV network stations.
Except for you're going to get commercials.
Yeah. No, I meant like Raw is already on USA. It's on a network type of thing. It has commercials. It's going to be the same thing.
It's going to be exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly. Chris says, but also, have you guys seen Bliss? She is thick as fuck now after the baby, and hey, I'm all for it. She looks incredible thickness. Her boobs are so fucking huge.
Yeah, she got those done before.
Nope,
like
haven't watched.
No, I haven't
looked, seen. I know nothing about her personal life. Don't care. I want her to never, ever, ever return to wrestling, basically. Ever. I want her to just stay home and pop out a couple more babies and make sandwiches. Sophie says, I'm surprised the USA Network didn't have enough money to keep Raw and also to get SmackDown. Maybe they just didn't want it.
It's NBC, and NBC has money, but why would you spend that much? If anything, you would just buy it at that point. But I don't know if you could afford it now, but you could have bought it.
Yep, could have.
If you're paying $2 billion a show, that's 4. You could have bought it for 9.
Mm-hmm.
Just buy it twice. You know, like then it would be yours. You could do whatever you wanted with it.
Killer says Raw's not TVMA right now, but in 25, the indie PG era is over. It's going to be bye-bye.
We'll see.
We'll see if that really happens. I'm glad that you have all this, you know, like
optimism.
Great ideas and optimism that it's going to be. And congratulations for that. But I'm really skeptical about that because they're still going to make it a kid's show. So I have a feeling it's not going to be as, risque as you guys are all hoping it'll be. They might have maybe a swear word or two like bitch or shit, but I highly doubt they're going to do anything more than that. Sophie says when WWE deal with Peacock ends, who knows how that affect their pay-per-views, like where will they put them? Sophie says Corey Graves calling out how Roman takes a long time to get to the ring and also Cody. Killer says, I can predict the brand split is coming back in 25. Sophie says, do you think Miro will come back to the WWE with Triple H in charge of the WWE now? And at least this match lasted a little bit longer.
I mean, Miro can. I just feel like that they don't have a spot for him.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they would do. Like, I mean, yeah, like, where would they, like, put him? What kind of situations would they put him in? And maybe for all we know, maybe the reason why he wants his release from AEW is so that he can get out of the country. Maybe he wants to go back home, or maybe he wants to go to Japan. Who knows? We don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know either.
Japan, they'd probably just let him.
I don't even fucking care what he does personally. I mean, it'd be cool if he came back to WWE, but then again, if he did, what the fuck would they do with him? They can't do shit with the people they have as is now. And everything they put most of them in is stupid. And they're like, oh, we just like little tiny men, so who knows what they would do. I like these little tiny boys. They're about 12 years old looking. They come to about the top of the ropes, and that's about as tall as they get.
Like weird. That tall out there?
Yeah, basically. Sophie says, do you think we will see Becky Lynch return this year? I don't know. Maybe she's...
I'm hoping it'll be next year, early next year.
Maybe she wants to have another baby. I'm sorry, buddy.
But yeah, if she decides to have a family or something, then... No.
Robbie says, I think there is something in your eyes. 100. There's something in them? What are you talking about? That's creepy. Sophie says Triple H did say in person in a press conference one day, saying once Raw goes to Netflix, it'll be fully uncensored.
We'll see.
You can always say it, but that doesn't mean it'll happen. I wouldn't count your chickens until you actually are watching it. And they're going to, I bet you anything. If they're going to put ads on shit, they're going to have to be very careful with what they do.
Yeah, like who's going to, like Snickers is going to sponsor them if they're, you know, showing their penises?
Yeah, showing boobs and vaginas, penis. They're just all out there flopping around. Like, hey, yo, everybody. Saying fuck, shit, damn, motherfuckers. You know,
Blading.
like stabbing people right on the thing for you. Blood and gore everywhere. Oops, that guy got his brain busted open. Oops. Whoopsie. I highly doubt they're going to put their safety on the back burner for a lot of shit. Like, even AEW to a certain degree is very, like, unsafe in a lot of situations that they do on that show. And it's like, well, you know, you're pushing the boundaries. It's like, are you though?
Envelopes.
Robbie says, D, you do know or have an opinion. I know or have an opinion about what? I don't know what you're talking about. You're weird. Did you just wake up? You having a stroke? So it's like the WWE also wants Travis's fave AEW wrestler, Daniel Garcia. Well, they do because he's tiny. They want little tiny boys.
That would be
so
disgusting if they did some shit like that.
Triple H does not like any wrestlers bigger than him. He likes them to be as tiny as they possibly can be. Tiny little weirdos. He's gross. Like, what he likes is disgusting to me. It's like, what is wrong with you? Are you, like, part of P. Diddler's stuff? You got the P. Diddle in you? Yeah, there's a lot of people that should probably be,
investigated.
There's a lot of people. Have you seen some of the backlash from him getting arrested and like his stuff? Oh, not that kind of backlash. Like, there are like CEOs of major companies like resigning right after he got arrested and his shit, and he was all in, you know, they went in and searched all this shit. Oh yeah.
That's what they're worried about. That's why they're saying he'll probably get, so he can't testify.
Oh yeah. It's pretty crazy. I bet they have so much shit already. I don't even know if you would have to worry about him being alive to testify. I bet they have so much crap to investigate. So many more people now. It's going to be weird. Agatha all along? It's Marvel crap on Disney. Who fucking cares? Gross.
It just looked like a witch.
It probably would be cool if it wasn't a series on dumbass Disney shit. Whoa, garbage.
Old Kevin.
Rob is like, Sophie, you don't know for sure. Sophie says Xavier Woods tweeted hinting that he will be seeing old friends soon. Don't know what that means.
Big E. He's only got one friend. Unless he leaves the company and goes and plays video games somewhere
Maybe he's
else.
going to go hang out with Mr. McBrienson. I don't know. Killers like Raw, TVMA, DLV, SmackDown, TV14, DLV, NXT, TV PG. We'll see how it works. Sophie says, wonder if we will actually hear the crowds chant when Raw goes to Netflix. Bobby says, D, Eminem swears, but still gets sponsored. Explain that. It's a different type of sponsorship. I bet you that Snickers probably doesn't really sponsor him. Considering they tried to cancel him all the time. Eminem. Somebody says, I see people keep asking Tony Khan if he will ever, if we will never see an AEW WWE pay-per-view, and he says, never say never.
What the hell?
Is it the Wachati?
Who gave this guy a mic?
I hate everything about this goddamn shit. I don't understand who likes this crap. Who likes it?
Nobody.
Does he have a speech impediment? I mean, if he does, I feel bad for him. That's horrible, and I'm glad he's working through it, but really? Is this cool?
This guy's terrible.
Does he always talk like this? Is this a new thing? I don't know anything about this.
I don't know if I can continue to watch this.
I can't handle this crap, guys. I think I might leave. I can't do this.
Nerds.
It's not even cool as that. It's like...
No, I'm saying they're nerds.
Well, they are.
They need to get beat
Losers.
up by the popular kids in the back. This is what happens when you stop bullying.
It is. It's true. It is when you stop bullying people. Oh, great. This guy. So amazing. This has been a really good and weird year for the WWE, and Agatha All Along isn't a bad show. I'll take your word for it, Sophie, but I'm not going to watch it. It's on Disney. I know what's wrong with it already. It's where it's at. Oh look, those weirdo little children are coming out to play. Hey, look, it's the little guys against the little guys. I swear they should make those ropes way lower so that they look giant. They need to make the ring, like, minuscule and miniature. Toilet chief. Just sign out in the audience. Toilet chief. Oh, love it. Oh, this is great. This is great.
Poor Nick.
Keller's like, WWE pay-per-view might be TV 14 or TVMA. They're still pandering to children. Yeah.
6-man. Get it done.
That one Wachati guy's having a meltdown.
The tiny Tongan.
Yeah.
You're
talking to him in the audience like, do I have something in my nose? Do I have something in my nose? Do I have something in my nose? I was like, what? So Eminem can be vulgar and get sponsored, but WWE can't? Probably, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's different.
You're comparing the wrong things. Sophie's like, it is Tonga botch. I like this stuff, D. You like them talking like they're a Wachati? Okay. I find it dumb.
Let me guess. White devil, white devil?
White devil, white devil?
You speak Wachati?
You speak Wachati? You shouldn't tell me. You should have told me, Ace. The Killer's like 24 is the last year of beta males. Oh, Chimichanga in the chat's like Gargano. Disappointment faces. I call it Mr. Spaghetti. Sophie says, thanks, Kevin, for pointing out that nobody wants to hear one of them talk. It's true. Nobody does. And they can't talk anyways, so nobody wants to listen to whatever that was. Nobody cares about any of that was going on either.
Anybody that gets pinned in this
Robbie
has
is a
to
big
leave.
Bailey fan.
Whoever gets pinned leaves.
True. They leave. They leave SmackDown. That doesn't know where they go, but they leave SmackDown. So it's like, so you don't like any wrestling, but your channel is called Wrestling Gab. Make it make sense. Ravi's like, but it is the same. Both are explicit. No, it's not the same, Ravi. It's not the same. It's not the same. You're trying to make it like
it's like so when
Eminem was this goody two-shoe Christian singer.
When Eminem releases anything or does anything, he has a parental guidance sticker on it. WWE does not. If they do that, if they put a parental guidance thing that says nobody under the age of 17 is allowed to watch, then it's the same thing.
But what I'm saying is that even if they did that and they're swearing and doing everything like that on WWE shit, whatever it is, wherever they go, I'm saying that trying to compare Eminem being a singer and singing songs with explicit content, which I'm not talking about just swear words.
Right, anti-gay and all that.
Is completely different than what WWE stands for and has stood for the last 12 to 15 years of this. Okay? Plus, They are owned by a large company that probably wants to keep their, persona out there in the world as a positive one for people. And from what I've seen, wrestling likes to pander to younger people, meaning children.
Yeah, they want younger fans.
Not adults. Okay? And if you're trying to pander to children, you have to sell it to the parents that it's safe for your children to watch. Parents, most parents, not saying all parents.
Helicopter parents will not allow wrestling.
Parents aren't going to be like, yeah, sure, honey, I know who Eminem is. You can totally get his album and listen to it and then go to school and quote it to everybody and say all the words in it. Oh, hell no! Like, that doesn't happen anymore. We're not in the 90s, people. Like, this is not the 90s anymore. Back then, it was cool. You did that stuff. People knew not to do that stuff at school. Nowadays, they just kill their teachers and hit them and swear at them and they bully their freaking classmates and whatever.
Bullying was allowed. I
know. That's what I'm saying, though. And they only allow it. It's only like allowable for like certain people. Like certain people are allowed to be bullies nowadays. It's really weird. It's like, what is wrong with society?
Did this ball hit the ground? So.
And I don't think he had control of it. And
I'm just seeing if it was an interception. If the ball touched the ground, it's not an interception, but I can't tell if it touched the ground.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good look at it, but maybe this angle will show up better. Mm-hmm. So he has it. That guy has.
Not touching the ground, not touching the ground, not touching the ground.
Not touching.
It touches there, right?
It's got to have touched the ground right there, like next to his leg. Unless he somehow had it up against his leg or something. Anyway, Steffi says Tongaloa kind of sounds like Crash Bandicoot when he talks. Huh? He sounds like the Wachati from Ace Ventura to me. And if you don't know who they are, you should probably Google it and find out. Robbie says, why and how is Naomi a wrestler? LOL. I don't know, you tell me. Sophie says the WWE and The Weeknd are in talks for The Weeknd to perform at WrestleMania 41.
Oh, that guy was terrible at the Super Bowl.
Right?
I've never heard any of his music, but
when he heard it, he was like, that's terrible.
But at the Super Bowl, it was bad.
I want to make lots of comments about that, but I'm not going to. Killer says the WWE entrance stages will be medieval or future or Mortal Kombat or horror. That's a lot of different entrances. Sophie says, but doing 2 3-hour shows, how does that make the kids want to watch it? That's why I'm asking who they're pandering to. You guys can't answer the question. If you can't answer the question, that's fine. But that's going to be my question at all times. Who are they pandering to? Who are they pandering to? I'm sorry, my kid has to go to bed. They're not going to watch wrestling for 3 hours on a fucking Monday night.
I mean, the true trick would be to separate it into 3 separate hours, but not, right? So your first hour would be highly for the kids. So you'd have your small wrestlers, your flippers, your Bronson Reeds.
Right.
That style of guy, bigger than life, fun characters. Your second hour would be a little bit more geared to the hardcore fan more. You'd have your a little bit rougher wrestlers on there. Your Jacob Fatu types. Mm-hmm. And then the third hour would be like it was in the old days. The second hour would be your sex. That would be the women, the mud wrestling, the pageantry that was the Attitude Era. Mm-hmm. But you could also have men in the third hour. Just, your Val Venuses and your be LA Knight and there's live sex celebrations. And But you could do it if you wanted to split it. And it wouldn't even be like a direct, like, the start of the hour, we have to go here. It would just be a slow morphing into the last hour. To where the final match, bra and panties type stuff. But they don't have competition, so they don't need to do any of that stuff.
Nope.
It's competition is needed, and then they need to get past. And their competition is owned by a really soft man.
He's a twat.
He's not owned, but he runs it. His dad lets him run it. His Shad probably wouldn't do that.
Oh, hell no.
But anyways, Tony is soft, but if he wanted to pass WWE, he could, but he'd have to do it with sex. Just like Vince did with WCW. But it would work. Bayley and Naomi.
See, Chris had said, sorry, D had to step out. Which did you say was bigger, Liv or Roxy? I didn't hear your answer. I just wanted to hear your reaction. I personally have no cares about Roxy whatsoever. I think it's gross the amount of attention that Booker T gives her. It's creepy as fuck. And Liv's just a dumb cunt. Ravi says, but Eminem... Dumb cunt. Basically. Ravi's like, but Eminem was talking about drugs and alcohol, and WWE had Matt Riddle and Jeff Hardy who were hooked on the stuff. Yeah, but they weren't, but Jeff Hardy wasn't promoting it, right? Let's go back. Jeff Hardy had drug and alcohol issues. Yes, he had some problems. But he never promoted it in the fucking ring. Never once did he promote it in the ring. There's a difference. There is a huge difference.
Riddle wanted kids to do drugs.
Yeah, he literally wanted kids to do drugs.
Merchandise that said 420 to kids.
To kids.
He wasn't. His character wasn't aimed at adults.
No.
It was aimed at children.
Yeah. Jeff Hardy never once pandered to children for drug. I bet you anything he wouldn't want them to ever do drugs or alcohol. And he never once made it part of his persona in his stuff. I mean, the only time we ever saw some of it happen was when he had that fight with Sheamus in the bar thing or whatever the fuck it was. Like, in all reality, and they kind of like made fun of him for it a few times.
Yeah, but that's not him doing drugs.
He never made it part of his persona in the ring that he's just out there drinking like a fish, fucking doing every drug possible under the sun, and then telling kids that it's cool, you should do it too. No, absolutely not. Not even the same, dude. Like, that's no, absolutely fucking no. And we see how far it got Matt Riddle with that crap. Like, you guys got all mad at me for not, not liking it. And it's like, look, I think it's disgusting. Like, keep that shit to yourself. I don't care what you do in your personal time away from your job. But don't fucking bring it into the ring and then, point it out to children. Like, hey, kid, look at this. This is cool. No, dude, it's not. No, absolutely. So who do you think's going to win this? It's the women's match, by the way, guys.
And the number one contender will be the winner, right? And then the loser leaves. So whoever gets pinned leaves. Whoever pins the loser
is the contender.
Will wrestle on Nia. So Nia's not going to wrestle herself.
Right.
So
are they going to have Bayley wrestle her?
Again?
And we get rid of Tiffany off here?
Right.
Or is it going to be...
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be Naomi that leaves, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
She can't leave because Jimmy. But maybe they need her gone so Jimmy can come back.
I don't know. Maybe they aren't together. Maybe they're having a problem. I have absolutely no idea. I do not get into personal shit at all. I have no idea. The only time I ever know anything that might personally be going on with any of them is if I happen to scroll through Instagram, which happens about once every 3 months maybe, where I'm like, oh, I wonder what's happening here. And then I see something and I'm like, oh, hey, what's happening over here? That's it. That's my knowledge. And I don't care any more than that.
Right.
It's a blip on my radar of nothing. Sophie says, I wonder how many actual kids actually watch both shows weekly all year. I have seen some videos where people got arrested for doing wrestling moves on somebody or Jill someone. And Ravi says, I saw The Weeknd back in 2016 in London. He has some decent tunes. Chris says they are pandering to lifelong WWE fans, so they are older already. And if that's the case, Chris, why is it so kid-orientated? Why?
You've got to bring in new fans.
Like, I don't get it. If they're pandering to all the WWE fans that are still around and lifelong and older.
They're not, because you would... I mean, they try to, because that's what they're going to do, right? The Undertaker's going to come back.
Yeah, they'll
John
have all
Cena,
these
all
old people come back, and people are like, oh my God,
but that's just to get people to know that it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
But once it starts, they're not aiming at them. They're actually aiming at 18 to, 40-year-olds.
Yeah, they're trying to go into the middle of the road. So basically adults. That's who they want as their fans. But with those said adults come children.
Right. What they need is the Taylor Swift of the WWE, so they can get to that, three to 17-year-old. Mm-hmm. And they don't have that.
And they kind of do it like Bianca. Like, she was kind of one of those where it kind of was towards younger girls and they wanted to be like her and stuff like that, which happens, right?
Yeah. They put her to pasture.
Basically, they did that, and the same with Becky. All of them went to pasture for the ones that nobody cares about. Mm-hmm. And it's like he doesn't get it. It's like, dude, are you really this dumb? Do your PR people not tell you how stupid this is? Like, somebody has to be whispering in his ear, telling him this is a great idea.
Bianca's
and
a
he's
star.
And he's not listening. And he's not listening to the people that are telling him this is a really dumb idea. This is not good. This is not going to get you more
Bianca's
people.
A star. Ravi doesn't agree, but Bianca's a star to me. She's at the Kentucky Derby. She's wearing the hats. She's having the fun. She's on Good Morning America.
She can go on Good Morning America, dress like a normal person, and have a conversation.
Absolutely. She's the Charlotte Flair of the women's division. She's the same level.
Yeah.
Not your Australian girl down over on Raw or Liv Morgan or...
Oh, God. She's... Ooh.
Naomi or Nia. Nia maybe. I don't know if she could do it. But she did model for a while. So maybe she did get interviewed and shit, but I don't know. Bayley's awkward. I just feel like there's only a certain few that can kind of pull it off.
Right, that have that.
With the beauty and the grace.
Right, that have that persona.
Mm-hmm. That carry it with them.
Or can be that person. Like, maybe not the character they're portraying here, but they can be that person. Like Chelsea Green totally could.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely could be that person. Let's see, Ravi had said, I was watching wrestling when I was under 10. So was Travis. Travis watched wrestling when he was a tiny little child at the knee of his grandpa.
I wouldn't even... I mean, I can't tell you the first match I ever watched because I was so young. But I watched wrestling every Saturday and Sunday until they started putting it on Mondays, which was in the 90s.
Sophie says, I don't think they have an idea who they are pandering to. They're also pandering to families. Chris says, hello, Travis, with the live sex celebrations. Sophie says, do you think we will see Raw and SmackDown superstars appear on both shows at random times? I don't know. Like, while they're on USA? Like, while they're here? It depends on if they're, kind of in the same city-ish area. It's a lot of traveling they would have to do if they were in completely different cities. They'd have to be kind of in the same area for it to make it worth the effort.
I'd like them to be in their own cities. Is that for Raw and SmackDown? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, do you think we'll see Raw and SmackDown superstars appear on both shows at random times? And I said, yeah, if they were close enough, right? Like if they were within the same vicinity of each show where they were having their stuff, then yeah, of course. But if they're not, they're on completely different sides of the state or completely different sides of the country or different states. No, they're not going to do that.
I feel like we're going to see Roman Reigns on the first episode of Raw.
Oh, definitely. He went back and forth when he had both belts. I'm sure they could do it with him again if he doesn't even have a belt.
He just has to be there the first day. That's it. Just
Chris says...
For whatever reason.
Yeah. Chris says, yeah, also with NXT, they have the sex appeal with the women. Chris says Jeff Hardy had the Fiend face paint on TNA. Oh, yeah. Sophie says Jeff Hardy paid tribute to Bray Wyatt. Yeah, that's what Chris was just saying, too. Looks like Chris also says, yep, in 2008 when Hardy was champ, that was definitely for the kids and teens. Sophie says Matt Riddle said in an interview that he has a high chance of coming back to the WWE.
I'm sure he does. Triple H don't care.
Gross.
He's an NXT guy.
Ravi says, if you listen to Eminem, My Fault, and Role Model, those songs are about doing drugs and alcohol, very raw and uncut.
I know what Eminem sounds
Ravi,
like.
I don't care. Why are you so stuck? What are you like?
Yeah,
what are you like promoting him or something?
Like
you like
50-year-old
add him
rapper?
out? Like, dude, I don't care.
Don't they have younger rappers?
Sophie says, I sometimes follow them on Twitter. Nice. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do, Sophie. I'm not saying that people don't and follow them. I just personally don't. Chris says, because some of the older fans are P-tillers who are sick, like have Down syndrome, like not being funny. Okay, yeah. But there's also younger fans that are in that category as well. Sophie says, do you think any AEW fans will turn back into WWE fans?
I think they're the same fans.
I think they are. And I think that it's the WWE fans that probably are the ones that are like, oh, I missed the whole whatever crap they call that. What's that dumb era you talk about all the time?
Attitude.
That everybody like, yeah, that crap that everybody wishes they could go back to. I think that they expected AEW to be kind of like that.
Here it comes.
Oh, no. Oh, no, not the partner.
Tiffany's going to get pinned here in a second.
Yeah.
It's Tiffy time. She needs to wear different bottoms. She's just not built for that type of outfit.
It's okay that she has that confidence to feel that way.
Right. Notice how she just rolled out of the ring. Samoan drop. Uh-oh. They both gonna pin her. That's illegal.
They can't do that.
It's illegal.
No. Absolutely no. What the fuck?
So Nia has to leave.
Who? What? No.
That doesn't
Absolutely
make sense.
no. It can't be. The quitter had her feet completely under the ropes. Absolutely no.
She was touching the ropes. You can't do that.
Yeah. Her feet were literally under it.
And Nia can't leave.
Yeah, she's the fucking champion. Well, it was her stipulation. So it wouldn't apply to her.
Right. Why do they keep listening to, like, women rap?
I don't know. Is it that weird
Is it Smackdown?
dumbass lady that was on NXT that they thought so cool, but nobody's talked about her since?
I don't listen to women rap. It's weird.
What was her name?
Red Sexy.
Yeah, something gross
Red
like that.
Velvet. Sexy Red. Something.
I think that's the one. The last one. That sounds...
Sexy Red.
Yeah, I think that's it. Basically garbage. Ravi says a lot of the original wrestling fans don't watch wrestling anymore or remotely like they used to. Chris says, and then there is Make-A-Wish Kids, which is fine, but when they go to Netflix, they can go out the window. That can go out the window. They're never going to not do that, Chris. Nope, they're going to keep that. Sorry, bud. Sophie says, we do have the male version of Taylor Swift with CM Punk, as he said. Gross. Sophie says, Charlotte keeps teasing a WWE return with SmackDown on the USA Network. They have an overrun. Ravi says, if I had a daughter or kid, I wouldn't want them to be like Belair. There is so many better people to look up to.
Bianca's great.
I don't know why. She's actually pretty positive, Ravi.
College graduate.
Yeah, she was an athlete.
Shit, that's a huge penalty.
What the hell's wrong with you? Chris says Tiffany can, but she just need to stop talking like a dumb bimbo. Like, that's her character, but she has to be herself in real interviews. What's happening on the television?
He was just wide open.
He's just down there just running around like, hey, I'm over here. And they're like, we don't see you. He was playing John Cena. Mm-hmm. Was he? Can't believe that he's playing John Cena out there on the field. What a dork.
It would have been funnier if he would have done that when he's wide open like this.
He's like, hey, like, hello. They would have probably given him some weird personal flag for, like, bullying the other team or some shit. Or whatever the fuck they do now. Whatever it's called.
Nebraska.
Hi, buddy. Yeah, it's sad. It's terrible being a cat, isn't it? So it was like, do you think they will move SmackDown to a different night at some point during this 5-year USA Network contract?
I hope so.
They could. I mean, it's not like it's probably... I'm sure that they probably could.
They're called killer bees. They're just called African bees, guys. Calm down. It had 44 million of bee NATO.
Those bees would not do that. Like, they're like, we're not going to do any research on bees, whether it's killer bees or regular bees. We're not going to do any research on them because killer bees are like honeybees, right?
Yeah, they're Africanized.
And we're not going to do the research to really get a good idea of what would really happen if this happened. We're just going to make up some crazy narrative to make people afraid that this could happen.
Right. Yeah, they're just going to swarm and kill people. That's not how it works. They only attack if their house, their queen, is in danger.
And they could if they got in an accident, which that's what happened, like whatever on the freeway. But do you know that they only have, like, they're only going to have a certain mile radius. People do realize that. Like, they're not going to go away from their queen very far. And in fact, if there are other swarms of bees around, they're going to fight them first before they start attacking just rando people. Don't be weird.
But why would you have African bees in America? That's the question. But the answer to that is because illegal, they work harder.
They do work harder.
And so therefore, you take your...
That's why they're so angry.
You take your honeybee and you put them in a Africanized with the younger worker bees.
Right.
And then they will adopt the new queen, and then that's how you breed them out slowly, but they're still hard
But they
workers.
still keep their work ethic?
Yes.
That sounds really familiar.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm not allowed to talk about that online. We will have this conversation after the show is over.
Original tribal chief.
He's the only one.
Chelsea
Green. Oh my God, is this Chelsea Green?
Yes.
Why is she in the... Oh, she's playing with garbage. Oh God. Who's throwing trash at you?
Me.
Ew.
Oh God.
In the
garbage.
In the garbage?
Look at her lift in the trash can. She's training with trash. Which is funny because it's true. So they just let it run with it.
and they'll fuck her over and make her look stupid, but this is fucking great. It's going to be a raccoon. Oh, God. Oh, she's great.
And it's the truth.
Oh, God. Oh, my goodness.
Michael Cole's turning into McAfee.
It's because he doesn't have to, he doesn't have to be under the thumb of anybody anymore. Right. He gave up that position, so he could just be weird. But he's not cool enough to be weird, so
they're going to run it back again. Hard.
You have got to be fucking kidding me. I hate you.
Can't they just send him back to fucking NXT or
gross
maybe AEW? They could trade him. I bet you they could get some assets from AEW. Ugh. Trade Hayes for somebody good.
Right. We're going to see who's going to win this. Oh, they both have a claim. I don't feel that the quitter does. Her feet were under the ring.
Triple threat.
So now they have to fight each other.
Loser leaves.
Nobody's leaving, I guess.
I know.
That was it just fell apart.
All right, we got a 6-man tag team match.
So if it's like, when Raw goes to Netflix, do you see a lot of crossover between the two brands? No. Robbie says Roman will be on all brands flexing, LOL. Sophie says I like Eminem, but not as much as Robbie does, apparently. Chris says Nia versus Quitter. Sophie says, did you see the video of someone giving Darby a WWE Championship to sign and he looked, oh, really? Sophie says Nia and Naomi are kind of like family, with Naomi married to Nia's cousin. Robbie says 6-man tag with a stacked lineup. Chimmy says botched ending? I don't know. I feel like that her feet were completely under the rope while she was trying to pin Nia, so I feel like she shouldn't even be included in it, personally. But we don't play those games. Like Triple H, they're like, oh no, her feet weren't there, even though they were clearly completely under the ropes.
He caught that. Love it.
Did he hurt himself while he was being weird?
So Kevin's going to be all by himself, and Johnny Gargano's going to come out and Hulk up at the end and save the day.
Mr. Spaghetti?
Mm-hmm. He's the greatest wrestler that's ever happened. So are we going to get an actual match? Because there's still like 20 some odd minutes left. This is supposed to be the main event.
So it's like triple threat? Possibly, Sophie. Robbie says they can and they will. WWE all about controversy and matches. This is not a new thing. Sophie's like, actually, and I said if Bayley or Naomi get pinned, they will go to SmackDown.
Replaced them. That's a good idea.
Oh, okay.
Get rid of the trash and bring out the Street Profits.
Sophie says it is Megan the Stallion, an older version. Oh. Okay. I like Bianca. She is much better influence than Naomi.
Well, of course.
Sophie says, with wrestling on Monday and Friday nights, I know what day of the week it is. You know what's funny about that, Sophie, is it can be, but Travis still won't know what day of the week it is. Just saying. Chris says Chelsea agreeing with Dusty Rhodes promos now. That's hilarious.
Oh, it was awesome.
Sophie says, they say once Raw goes to Netflix, SmackDown new episode will drop on Netflix the same day. Sophie says we haven't had a dumpster match on WWE TV in a long time. Robbie says LOL. Uncle Howdy or Tyler's in the chat. Hey Tyler, good to see you tonight. Says good evening everybody. Hope everyone is yeetful.
But he didn't put his other foot down. Oh, it's college. I think you only need one foot.
Yeah, I don't know all the rules, but probably. Yeetful. Where is it? There it is. I won't be in here long, so y'all have a good night, Rob. Thanks, Tyler. Hopefully everything's going well for you. Have a great weekend. Sophie says, admit if Nia Jax pinned Bayley or Naomi, that person will leave SmackDown. Yeah, well. Chris says, so now Green has to win the Rumble, but Tiffany will have to leave for Raw unless they can have a little title feud. That could be Mania match Tiffany Stratton versus Green. Tiffany doesn't have to go anywhere. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Tiffany didn't lose.
Robbie's like, controversy makes for good TV, I guess. Tyler said, one more thing. How do I get Puggles to stop with the zoomies? You just got to let him play out. Sophie says, do you think Roxanne Perez will get called up after that first NXT show? No, I hope she never gets called up, and I hope that she goes away forever and never comes to the WWE ever again.
Okay, so to answer the question is, probably not immediately.
Yeah, because we all know that, you know, when you're on your knees as much as she is for people, that she's going to be somewhere soon. Robbie says that backstage brawl. Chris is like, LOL, a fan with their own Uma Fala. And Robbie says Kev getting teamed up on. So says some AEW fans are upset that they are doing Ricochet versus Ospreay on free TV in a couple weeks. Oh my god, how dare they have free TV of a match that people were like, oh my god, I can't wait till it happens. And I don't give a flying crap if they do, ever. Robbie's like, Mr. Spaghetti in the main event getting a big push. He ain't in the main event.
Not
Mr.
anymore.
Spaghetti got his ass beat to death. Somebody ripped off his arm and beat him with it, and then they beat his friend with it.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
Chris has people saying Trick will lose to all ego and go to the main roster. Why is everybody so excited for these people to come to main roster when they haven't done shit where they're at?
Yeah, Trick was just a second-hand guy. I mean, I like Trick, and he has the size, speed, athleticism.
Was that guy's last name Ravioli?
There's a good possibility.
I'm pretty sure his last name was Ravioli.
Ravioli is a real last name, so it could be.
I thought it was only pasta.
Could be.
I don't know. I just know that his name was like an R and an A, and I think there was a V in it, but I didn't really catch it all. So he says that first NXT CW show, they are making it like it is a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's Rayola.
Yeah.
See, it almost looks like Raviola. He's just missing the V. It's Ray Liotta.
That's what I was going to say, too.
So if he says Trick Williams was rumored to be in the Rumble this past year, did he make it?
Awesome. It's my obsession. The Friday night main event. Kevin Owens. Which member of Kevin Owens' team is going to get pinned? Ford?
Ooh, probably. I don't know. They're going to put him under the bus some more?
That's my guess.
Is it because he wears his pants all weird?
What do you
They're
think?
like very like...
high-waisted?
They're tight, but they're like really like low in the crotch area, so it's like all creepy.
Who needs Ricochet when you got a Ford? Who? 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 Who?
Robbie says, if they don't get a chance in the main roster, how can they prove themselves?
They don't need to prove themselves. They need to get it done in the minors and then come up and just build up time on the main roster.
But they have to actually be decent in their fucking minors before they come up to be on the main roster. Like, they shouldn't be coming to the main roster to learn fundamentals. Let's put it that fucking way. And most of these dumb shits that they have, that they do that with, are still learning their fundamentals. Sophie says, no. And Robbie's like, finally, a decent match. Sophie says, Otis reunited with his old partner Tucker this week. Tucker actually looks good. Did he lose weight and get in shape?
Where did he reunite with him at?
Because he was kind of starting to get in shape before they cut him.
They're chanting OTC.
That's weird. Over the counter?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it means.
Doesn't my world. Chris says, I feel like the Joe Hendry hype has finally died down now, which is good for both Joe and the crowd. Don't want to overexpose him as they were doing. Sophie says, is this somehow going to lead to a Kevin Owens heel turn?
Somehow.
I'm sure. I'm sure he'll turn into a dick again. Chris says, like my boy Obafemi is killing it in the minors. He is main roster already. I can see him versus Gunther. Sophie says Trick Williams was a former NXT champion. Sometimes the WWE takes that under consideration before calling them up. Yeah, but he is a forgettable one, so who cares?
Bo Dallas did the same thing.
Sophie says it's some gym, and yeah, he lost a lot of weight. You know, Sophie, what's funny you say that is he was already doing that before he was let go from the WWE. Losing weight and getting in really good shape.
Good
Robbie says, D, everyone needs a chance to grow. If they don't get pushed on the deep end, they won't know if they will sink or swim.
Judgment Day. They didn't make it.
Who?
The Judgment Day, they suck. And they're on the main roster, big head.
Oh, you're talking about Robbie's comment of one's getting pushed on the deep end and not making, whether they make it or not. What's funny is that they don't, yet everybody's love child, Triple H, still pushes them in your face and they still suck. Like, nobody wants to watch that. And they're like, no, everybody does. Like, no, dude. And he's like, no, everybody really does. If I put it out there enough, everybody's going to want it. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. So everybody's like, the WWE is looking to re-sign 15 wrestlers before the year is done.
Hopefully they're good ones.
Re-sign wrestlers? Like, re-sign wrestlers that are already there? Re-sign wrestlers that are not there but are free agents, or, you know, because you could re-sign people like that too. Re-signing just means they put them under a new contract.
Dawkins just got knocked out.
Oh no, not the knockout. Brandon Stevens is in our chat now. He says, hey, Wrestling Gab. Hey, Brandon. So it was like Kevin Owens' contract is set to expire soon. Oh no, poor Dawson's getting the old 1-2 sent to him. Oh no, he's the weak link. Not the weak link. Kevin's like, come on, it's fine, buddy, come see me. So it was like, yeah, that is already there.
He did it.
Is it ST?
STD.
STL Cards fan for life. Says, hey, Travis and Talitha, it's Rory. Hi, Rory. How's it going?
Hello.
It's good to see you. It's been a minute. Robbie says, D, I don't watch wrestling deeply to care these days. I just watch it for what it is. I only care about it while we're doing this show, and then after that, I don't. It's literally like, oh, I have to pretend I care for 2 or 3 hours. Or not, because I bitch about it all the time. Or I ask questions of not understanding, but nobody can answer my questions.
No one.
Too deep. Too deep of questions. You're supposed to just believe without asking questions. Blindly, with ignorance.
Believe.
STL or Rory says, nice to see you guys. That's good to see you too, Rory. Sophie says, do you think Kevin Owens will re-sign with the WWE or let it expire and go to the all ego wrestling?
No.
No. He ain't going to AEW. Are you kidding me? No way.
Unless they offer him a cajill.
They're going to have to offer him They're going to have to offer him more money than they do the Quitter for him to go there. Chris says, just save Mandy for the Rumble. The pop will be huge. Have final 3 Mandy Green and Charlotte winner gets Tiffany as champ match at Mania. Rory says, thoughts on SD going to 3 hours?
No, thank you.
I quit. It will literally be, okay, I'll do the first 2 hours and then I will leave. I will not sit through 3 hours of it. Absolutely not. It's bad enough with Raw. It is so boring. That last hour is just so shit. And they drag everything out so much for 3 hours. It's like, dude, seriously? Like, why? You could have done so much more and you didn't. And what difference does it make? It would be the same shit as Raw. Like, there would be no difference. Like, it's like you guys think that if they made it 3 hours, it's just going to make it better. It's going to be Raw like it is now. No different. Literally the same thing. Sophie says, when wrestling is over, I still think about wrestling. You're a fan. That's okay. Good for you. That's what you're supposed to do. I just don't. I do not make it part of my life. Robbie's like I would always choose football over wrestling, as football is a sport I will always love more.
It's a good one.
He means soccer, just so you know.
I like taking things apart.
Is that a sport?
No, I'm just saying that I would rather take things apart than watch wrestling.
Right.
Like, I had the most relaxing hour of my life today. I took 2 microwaves apart. And I made sure I took every single piece off of each one of them. Like, even stuff I didn't even need. I was like, oh, they're screwed.
Rory says, thoughts on them reviving Saturday Night Main Event?
Love it.
Except for it's not at a time you would think. It's during their prime time stuff. So
it's at like 8 p.m. Eastern. It's not like at nighttime where it used to be.
Chris says, for me, MLB and wrestling.
Nothing wrong with an MLB.
Sophie says, maybe this has always been the plan when WWE Smackdown signed with the USA Network to eventually make it 3 hours.
Right.
I don't know.
They need to do it on a Wednesday.
I just feel like it's a dumb night to do a 3-hour show. Like, it's just dumb. I mean, all they have to do is, like, I mean, and I'm not saying that AEW's Rampage is a comparative thing, but Jesus Christ, it's right after this shit. How many people watch that crap?
I don't know.
Even if it was WWE, it's like, no, thank you.
There's 14,000 people there right now.
Only 14? Robbie says, depends on what direction they want to take take SmackDown. Depends on what direction they want to take SmackDown. It'll be a carbon copy of Raw. The same thing. It's not going to be any different. Like, you guys think it's going to be something different? It's going to be on the same network. And if it's 3 hours, it's literally Raw just with blue and called SmackDown. That's it. Nothing special. Sophie says, for me, wrestling, TV, and dogs are important. It's important things. Rory says, I'd rather cook a TV dinner than watching 3rd hour of Raw. Will you all stream Vince's documentary? Stream it? No. Like, we'd get in trouble for that.
No.
Are we going to watch it and then, react to it live? Absolutely not. I personally think it's just a witch hunt. And if it's on Netflix, it'll just be all the horrible, awful things, and it won't be any of the stuff that made wrestling what it is.
I think it would be kind of fun to do live.
You think? I mean,
just 1 hour at a time. I don't want to do 6 hours in a row.
It's 1 hour at a time. But I don't know. Because they know everybody's going to binge watch that shit.
I know, but people would like to see us watch it, to see our reaction. It'd be kind of fun to do.
I don't know. I might get so angry I'd have to leave.
That's the point. That's why it would be so fun. I think I would be pretty banned by the end of it, but I might be able to keep it under control.
I have a horrible, awful feeling about it because Netflix is notorious for doing terrible documentaries. Awful fucking biased fucking shit.
Yeah, like that girl that fed her boyfriend to a lion or something, but probably didn't.
Tiger King?
I don't know. I never.
That's what it's called.
It.
It's called Tiger King is what you're talking about. Yeah.
Like people watch that shit during like the flu or whatever that happened. Chinese cold.
Yeah. That garbage. The fake shit.
The Chinese virus.
Yeah. Sophie says it sounds like AEW Rampage could be getting canceled. Oh, no.
Oh.
Chris says, I think wrestling business is also pandering to internet live streams as well. That's who is watching 3 hours of their live streams. But you guys are streamers, but you actually have lives. Yeah, I actually do have a life outside of this. Amazing. So weird. Full-time job and everything. Chris says, well, they said Janelle Grant isn't in the Vince documentary.
I guess they had a press conference today. Her and her attorneys. She signed with a PR firm. Did you guys see this? It's pretty funny. She signed with a PR firm. Who helped
to promote her whorism?
She is a sexual assault survivor.
She's a whore.
That was on... the group she signed with also supported girls in the Weinstein, the Washington Commanders, and some other case that was kind of bigger.
Oh. So she's a liar. Okay. It makes a lot of sense. Robbie says Michael Cole seems to be invested in the match. Michael Cole thinks that he is now Pat McAfee. It's kind of creepy and uncharacteristic of him, and I don't like it. He thinks he's cool, but he's not. Chris says maybe have D for the first and last episodes. Good God. Sophie says the Netflix Vince documentary is rumored to be a double burial, and all the Vince haters have been looking forward to it. Chris says the pandemic. No, Chris, the fake demic.
Yes.
Rory says, what 6 words would you both use to describe Vince? Let's see. Oh, no, I can do that. He made wrestling what it is. That's my 6 fucking words for you. All you bitches who want to fucking complain about him, if he never had done anything, you wouldn't be watching the shit you're fucking watching now.
Yeah, without Vince, no wrestling. Basically.
Fuck all of you. Every single one of you people that fucking hate him, fuck you both. Fuck all of you. All upside one down and down the other. Because if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have the shit you're watching on TV right now. Ever. None of it. Absolutely none of it. Sophie says, I heard of that press conference. Robbie was like, where's describe Vince? See you next Tuesdays, 100. Chris says, LOL, yep, she is. Sorry she didn't say no. She took money. I mean, I'm sorry if you unwanted things happen, but she agreed at first. Chris says, that's what I said, the plan. I call it the fakeness.
That's a pick 6.
Oh, no! Old Ford, he did a move, and then he gave us the whatever that look is.
He just stepped up there.
He did.
That's pretty funny.
He's got very long legs.
You never see that very often. He just stepped, and not only that, but he stepped on top of the thing on top of it.
Oh, he thought he was doing so good.
Did Dawkins trip it?
Sophie says, so I'm seeing you are a Vince fan, and I like this version of Michael Cole a lot better than the robot version of him that we have gotten thanks to Vince. It has nothing to do with Vince.
Nothing wrong.
That was all Michael Cole. Michael Cole put himself in the position to be a leader, and so he acted as such. He gave up that responsibility, so now he can just be whatever. He didn't want to be the lead person anymore. Has nothing to do with Vince. Rory's like, good work, Dalitha. Right? I gave you six words. Robbie's like, haha, D talking like a true wrestling fan. I'm talking about something that is a legacy. It doesn't matter what it is, dude. It could be a different company, a different thing. It doesn't matter. Without him, it means Nothing.
Here we go. You ready?
Okay.
In 6 words, describe Vince McMahon. This is AI. Ready?
What does it say?
I don't know. I'm
not. You haven't done it yet.
I know I did it. I just didn't read it.
Oh.
Controversial, visionary, determined, powerful, influential.
There. I'll play that one more time.
Ambitious, controversial, visionary, determined, powerful, influential.
That's your 6 words to describe Vince
6
McMahon.
words. That's from AI.
I'm just saying, like, it makes no sense to hate. Like, the hate is your...
It's jealousy.
It's not just that, but it's not being informed. It's not using your intelligence to look up shit for yourself. And it's you thinking that what you hear or see on social media is all truth. It's ridiculous. Stop. Like, alleged allegations are not the same as being the person and convicted of it.
Oh, God.
It's not the same. Hey, Mr. Spaghetti
again.
And his friend
I told
came
you
down.
They would hulk up and come down.
Mr. Spaghetti's there. Somehow they're not hurt anymore. Although they came down hurt. But they're going to get their butts, like, kicked again.
It's like the He-Man characters.
I think they forgot to bring their garlic bread. Oh, no.
I don't get it. What's garlic?
Mr. Spaghetti.
Oh. Your joke went, like, layers too deep. It was like...
You're a loser face for not even getting it.
Well, nobody's going to get that.
What?
You have to first get that he's a fucking spaghetti guy.
I call him Mr. Spaghetti all the fucking time.
Well, yeah, but then...
Every time anybody talks about him, Mr. Spaghetti.
And then associate that type of bread with fucking spaghetti.
Who doesn't associate garlic bread with spaghetti? What's wrong with
don't.
you? Just because you don't like it. Most people do.
He forgot his Parmesan cheese or whatever. Mozzarella. Whatever the crushed one is.
What? Mr. Spaghetti's sauce did not cook long enough today.
There it is. Oh, is Cody coming down?
He is. He's coming down to help because he's a helperton. Oh, man. Let's see. Sophie says, but thanks to the last years of Vince in control, we have gotten bad creative on all accounts. Nobody's saying about good or bad stuff, Sophie. What I'm saying is that what you don't understand is this is like 30 years of something. And if he wasn't there to start it, keep it going, take it over from his dad, whatever the fuck you want to call it, this wouldn't be on your TV right now. It just wouldn't exist. It would be gone. It wouldn't be a thing. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't. You had somebody who had the passion and ambition to make it a thing. Put it on TV for all you people out there who are so in love with it they can't wait to see it every week. It's why you think about wrestling every single fucking day of your entire life of existence. Waking up, dreaming about it. It's because of him. That's why.
Kennedy McMahon.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because of that guy. Whether you love him or hate him, like him or don't like him, it doesn't fucking matter. He can't see how he feels about it. But Cody came down and helped him because he's his friend. Why did he pick up a chair?
Because he's going to hit Cody in the back with it.
Why does he always pick up chairs around Cody? Was he waiting?
Yeah, he's going to hit him in the back.
Anyways, there's a few I got to get through. Sorry. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Chris says, I wouldn't want you to go viral because stalkers, but D, sometimes I wish your rants would reach the WWE so they can make the changes we want, not this garbage BS. Yeah, right. So Sophie says that the diddler is on suicide watch. Oh, he's going to be dead. It'll happen if he's on suicide watch.
Everybody will just not be there.
The Clintons are going to make sure he does not exist by the weekend. Oh, if I hear anything, I will not be surprised. Robbie said, D, Michael Cole is the play-by-play guy, but you still hear him speak in between. Well, he has to fill in time because he has to talk for, what's his face now? Corey Graves. So he says the WWE now has an open door to work different promotions. Robbie says, D, so what you're saying with hot water, a cup of tea doesn't exist. That's the point. Like, and that's where, And that's where I feel like it's just an idiotic, closed-minded look at stuff by the constant people who are just about Vince because of things that may or may not have happened. That's the other thing. It's may or may not have happened, guys. Like, you're just taking it, like, for face value that that's exactly what happened. They said it on social media. It's got to be the truth. Fuck off. No. Sorry. So it was like, maybe that Vince documentary will change your view about Vince. Probably not. So he says, I got 6 words for Vince. Rapist, creep, jerk, a tool, crazy. See? That's social media talking. You need to get off social media.
When did he rape anybody?
I don't know. That's what I'm like. All these allegations, all these fake shit. It's like, really? Sorry. You'll never convince me otherwise. Robbie's like, Cody deserves to get his ass kicked. Robbie hates Cody and Bianca. So we said CM Punk wouldn't be back in the WWE if Vince was still around, as he shouldn't be. I don't think CM Punk should be there. Robbie says, I can't say I dream about wrestling. I'm not that sad. Right? I don't either. And on that note, we're leaving. Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight for Smacketh the Downeth. We will be back again on Monday for the Monday Night Raw stuff that happens on your television. Everybody have a great, safe, and interesting weekend. Be nice to yourselves, people. Go out and pet some grass and breathe fresh air, as Robbie says. Yes.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.